Good morning. Lot of people want to become a businessman. They have no idea. When I talk to youngsters today, they tell me that they want to be in business. They have no clue what they are going to do. They say in wild imagination that they want to be a businessman. So I wanted to do a video on how to start a business. What are the first 5 steps you need to take before you become a businessman? But before I get into the fact of how you do your business, do me a favor. Hit the like button of this video, subscribe to my channel. It's not important that you subscribe. Persuade your relatives and friends to subscribe if you think this is value to them. Oh, I forgot another important thing. Turn on the bell notification. The algorithm does not send all videos to you unless you turn on the bell notification. If you turn on the bell notification, every time I put a video in this channel, you will receive it. Thank you for your effort. Like I said, let me start with how to start a business. Let me give you 5 steps. There are 5 steps to start a business. First and foremost, you need to have an idea. Without an idea, there's no point in talking about a business. There are several ideas that will come to you. You need to brainstorm, you need to think, you need to discuss with your friends, some near and dear, before you get an idea. It does not mean that as soon as you get an idea, you jump into it and straight away do it. Some of the best business ideas are relatively simple. Let us discuss Air Bread and Breakfast, a very simple business. It is just because in San Francisco they could not find room. They had lot of friends who had rooms. So they decided to create a marketplace where people who wanted rooms could match with people who wanted to rent rooms at rates much cheaper than hotels. Voila, a new business was started. Like that, the simplest ideas are the most profitable ones. Airbnb is worth $100 billion. Once you get an idea or a series of ideas and you can convince your best friends and relatives that is a great one, what you need to do as a part of the first step is to go and do research in the market. Find out, talk to 100 strangers, go out of your comfort zone and go to areas, go meet people whom you have never met before, pitch the idea and see whether they'll subscribe to your service or buy the product. A business can either be a service that you provide or your product which you want to sell. These days, online has made sure trading in products, industrial, consumer, commodities is not profitable because price discovery happens instantly. So don't try to do distribution or trading. Rather, get into services or manufacturing of product. Once you have done with the first part, we come to the second part. First thing, once you have an idea, that's not the end of it all. All you have to do is write a business plan. Write a detailed business plan. Your business plan will tell you exactly who your customers are, how long will it take to make money, what is the gestation period, how many people you need, what is the infrastructure you need, and you get a rough idea of how much it's going to cost to start a business. Once you get a rough idea, try to do one sale, and that is a proof of concept. And that sale should ideally be with a complete stranger. If you can do 5-10 sales, great. Then you have a proof of concept. So you have an idea, you've done the research, that's point number one. Point number two, you have written a business plan, arrived at a cost of business, and demonstrated that this business can be done by selling this service or product. Once you have done these 2 steps, you are halfway to becoming a good businessman. 3. Choose a location. Where do you want to business be based out of it? If it's tech, then it should be Bangalore, Hyderabad, or Chennai, preferably Bangalore, because the network effect will help you and you can easily find more people around doing the same business with you, and it's easier to hire people in that region. Pick a location in which you get maximum people. You are from Ranchi, you have a brilliant tech idea. It will not fly there because simply you cannot hire the kind of staff required to do the job in Ranchi. You have to move to one of these locations or Pune preferably to get a team, because the first 5 guys you may find in Ranchi, but if your team of programmer goes more than 100, you cannot be sitting in Ranchi. Also, you have to understand how many people. You have to understand scale, and your choice of location depends on the scale of business you want to grow. Then you decide the structure of the way the business you want to do. If you want to do it in a small scale and run it at a mom and pop shop, then you do it yourself. That's a proprietary business. You, your wife, you, your brother, sister, or you and a couple of friends can run it together. It's a simple operation. It's a small shoestring opportunity. Lot of big businesses in the world have started in small opportunities. Ranbaxy started as a drugstore with partnership of two peoples whose acronym became Ranbaxy. Finally, another businessman brought it, made it a distributor company, and then it became one of its biggest drug manufacturers in India till the grandsons took over the company and ruined it completely. If you have friends and you are three or four of you are starting together and you do not have a great idea of expanding this business beyond a point, then all you need to do is to set up a partnership firm. But remember, in a partnership firm, you are unlimited liability. That means if the firm loses money and your partners don't have enough to foot the loss, then you have to foot the entire loss. This is why most people prefer a limited liability company because your liability is limited to your investment as long as you don't sign up the guarantee. So, the ideal form of starting a business which is serious is to form a private limited company. But a private limited company has a lot of regulatory requirements and requires money to start. So, unless you are serious, you have demonstrated proof of concept, do not start the company. Once you have done this, you have to work on a funding plan. What is a funding plan? Funding plan is the money required to start the business. For money required, there are two ways you can get your money. One, you can get it by cash, that is equity. You can get a group of people to subscribe to your company shares. You can work out what is the capital and then you can get them to invest the money. Ideally, a startup company should have 100% equity. That means you can fact wait gives you cushion till the time you start to make money. So it gives you a time of 6 months to 1 year where you can burn some cash, get the business going, and then become profitable. But the other method is the more difficult method is debt. You can borrow money from bank or in financial institutions or from NBFCs or private financiers. This is a very risky thing, but most people do this. They take one third into equity and balance 70% they borrow money from any of these institutions. This costs you have to pay a cost for this from day one. This is known as interest, and interest eats away a lot of your profit. This means you have no time to even think of making profits. Gestation time for this business to grow. Interest is paid charged from day one. So you are always under pressure to make money. So you have no time to burn cash because equity is free money. If you burn cash, nobody is going to ask you for it. People have lost their money. But if you have borrowed and you burn cash, then you better have other assets which you can sell and pay. Avoid debt like plague till your business turns completely profitable. But before your business turns profitable, it is important to look at cash flow. But I will talk of cash flow some other day. These are the first 5 steps you need to start a business with. Now, the most important lesson from this video I want youngsters to learn is think twice before acting. Think, think, think. Don't jump. Because once you jump, it costs money and you will burn your hand. And if you fail once, not many people can stand up and walk again. Failure is important, but you should be able to afford that failure. You cannot take risks which you cannot afford. If you follow these 5 steps mentally, you will clearly know how much money you are going to lose and be mentally prepared. 99% of businesses in this world fail. Only 1% succeed and become profitable. No, better be late than be sorry. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. If you use Kindle, you can buy the book using the Kindle link given below. If you want a hard copy, send a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would get in touch with you. At the very end, if you want to get in touch with me, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. I am grateful for your support of Be Rich.